In 2019, ScrapsKC received a grant to establish a small-scale plastic recycling operation for the purposes of educating the public about plastic waste, recycling, and some of the challenges that come along with that. We're part of a global movement called Precious Plastics, which started in the Netherlands when a Dutch industrial design student named Dave Hackens designed these small-scale recycling machines and put them on the internet for anyone to use open source. Since then, we've been collaborating with people all over the world to figure out unique ways to recycle plastic and reduce our consumption of single-use plastics. We're choosing to focus on polyethylene, high density and low density, and PLA, which comes from discarded 3D prints in our plastic recycling. This has provided some really unique opportunities for partnership in the Kansas City community. Chateau Milk is a dairy that uses glass bottles for their milk, but we found that their lids are really colorful, they're low density polyethylene, and they're really small, which works great in our small scale shredder. We also have partnerships with about 8 different maker labs around the city that bring us their discarded 3D prints. That gives us a lot of unique colors. Some have glitter, some have glow-in-the-dark capabilities that we can make really fun products out of.
Once we have them clean and delabeled and sorted, then we put them in the shredder, because then we can shred it down to the smallest pieces that we will then combine back together through heat. After it's shredded, we put it into a mold and we put it in our oven and we heat it and melt it down. And then we need to let it cool. And in some cases, we also need to make sure to compress it. And the compression does several things. It makes it a nice solid piece, but it also gets the bubbles out of that liquid form of the plastic. Once it is cool, then we pop it out of the mold, and we usually have to give it a little bit of a trim and trim off the edges. They may just have a little bit of a rough edge. And then we have our finished product. We also have the X-Carve tool. With the X-Carve, we can do really cool things with the plastic sheets that we make. So this is polypropylene, a sheet that we made with our sheet press. And from it, we carved out a coin that has the Scraps logo on it. So we use a computer to tell the machine what to carve, and then it does all the carving for us.
We want to use these machines to give people as many new ideas as possible on ways they can help divert their plastic. We are working with some local artists and designers to explore different ways and different products we can make, find new uses for plastic so that we can showcase how valuable it actually is.